Boy. Hello, hello. Okay. Yep, I'm audible. That's good, that's good. Yeah, okay. Hello, hi. Hi, hi. I'm so sorry, I'm so behind today. I, it is a sleepy-ah day for me. Um, and it is showing in just about everything I do. There we go. There's some music for you. So yeah. Now I belong here. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry for the playback if you can hear that. Oh jeez. I didn't realize my volume was up high enough for that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm attempting to go ahead and start Beacon Pines. That's what it's called. Yeah, no, I don't know what it is. I think it's just like the spring weather getting to me. But I say that for every season, right? I'm sleepy all the time. Why do you think I'm coffee themed? Ugh. So yeah. Okay, there we go. Oh, we're actually starting pretty quick this time. Sometimes Steam likes to take its sweet time. And of course, as soon as I say that, we slow way down. Can't have anything in this Chungus life, not even a decent sleep schedule. Whenever season... Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Seasons changing gets me. It's... I don't know. It's so much worse than just, like... Oh, okay. I can just see if my game captured... Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're good. Yeah, season changing makes me sleepy. Waking up in the morning makes me sleepy. Working makes me sleepy. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pop us over to Beacon Pines because despite how tired I am actually very invested in investigating this equally sleepy little town. A little bit of both, a little bit of A and B, but also Hyperpole. It has been a bit. So I was having a lot of connection issues. And it really killed my drive for a little bit, but I finally buckled down, figured it out, switched out of the program I was using into a much lighter program. Yeah. yeah, voicing Rolo definitely will. But yeah, so it's been a whole drama for me to try and like get back into streaming, but I think I found a groove again. I think everything's working out. It's all coming up okay. I think, yeah, I will say, this game's gonna be a little trippy if, you've missed the last few streams. I will try to give, like, a last time on, but I will be so for real. I'm so bad at recounting things and at summarizing, but here's the gist of it. Here's the gist of it. Beacon Pines is a mystery game, where you are... Essentially, you start by investigating the disappearance of your mother. Yeah, synopsis, everyone is evil. Oh, maybe. Shh, they don't know that yet. And it seems like everyone is involved somehow. There may be cloning going on. There may be like a animal Scientology, because it's like it's furry game. All the characters are anthro. It's very cute. I'll show you in just a second. Actually, I think I can just transition over now. We're talking about Beacon Pines. We might as well just hop into Beacon Pines. So yeah. this is the title screen. So yeah, synopsis is you're trying to solve the disappearance of your mother, which happened like over a year ago. It seems like everyone's involved, from the town government to your own grandma, but in different ways. There are two kind of main forces at play, and on top of all of that, to make it more confusing just for you, and to make me even worse at summarizing, this is a branch of choice kind of game that encourages you to go back and make different choices. So, there's paths that will give you information that the main character won't have on other paths, but you as the player do. So yeah, it's interesting. It's also really fun. I've been really enjoying it. But yeah, on that note, let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Oh, I think this is the first time I've ever liked it. But yeah, okay. Yeah, last time we were playing, we ended in Grandma's basement. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the actual synopsis. Last time we ended in Grandma's secret basement that was hidden behind a hutch in the house that not even we knew about, and is seemingly full of her criminal conspiracy plans. A very, we may or may not have killed a man. Yeah. I don't think he's actually dead, but okay, let's get started. I'm so sorry. I'm so, like, stuffy. It's so annoying. Chapter 7. The Interrogation of Hiram Tolliver. Still unconscious, Mr. Tolliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair. His hands were bound with a rope, his feet tied with some loose string. It's also kind of important to mention, the main character is like 12 years old. It do be allergy season, man, and it's been getting me. My cat had to go to the vet, and it feels like ever since she got back, I've just been like, oof. The kids huddled in a circle, discussing their plan. One thing was certain, they couldn't just let Mr. Tolliver go. Okay, so he's not dead yet, but it might not stay that way. They needed to know what he was doing in Luca's house. After some deliberation, it was decided. They'd run the classic good cop, blank cop ooh. Okay, excited to see what else could go there. They'd run the classic good cop, chill cop interrogation. Wait. Wait, no, that's not normally how that saying goes. That's just two good cops. That's not gonna do anything. I'm blessed with no seasonal allergies, but yeah, a dog allergy debuff. Yeah, no, I got hit with a dog allergy debuff, cat allergy debuff, and seasonal allergies. Thankfully no lactose intolerance though. Thankfully no, like, medical food sensitivities. That's, you know, I can have as much cheese pasta as I want. Oh my gosh, am I gonna be able to voice people today? I don't know, I feel I'm so stuffy. I'll handle this. We just gotta play it cool. Luca walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times. You know, fair enough. I guess that is one way to wake someone up. Mr. Tolliver shook his head, gathering his wits. Golly, I sure got my bell rung. He looked over to find Luca, who returned a calming grin. Tummy ache is a fair price to pay for a taste of paradise. No, you're so right. You're so right. Sorry, Mr. Tolliver. This was all a big mistake. Luca, what's going on here? Why do you have me strapped down? No one's fault, really. Rollo just got a little startled. Rollo's here. Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave. Well, alright. Mistakes happen. You kids gave old Hiram a good scare. Let's just get me out of these ropes and call it even. Luca glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks. Mr. Tolliver, why are you in my grand's basement? I'm here to help, of course. Help with what? What's my gran up to? If you just cut me loose, I can show you. How do I know we can trust you? I've never had poutine. Well, okay, that's not entirely true. I think one of the local restaurants did like a poutine bowl inspired dish. But it did not travel very well. I really should have expected it to not travel very well. Yeah. I think it might just be because he's like also sitting down. But also, you know what? Short criminal king. We love to see it. Mr. Tolliver exhaled with disappointment. Luca, have I ever done wrong by you? No. And since your gran moved to town, haven't I been nothing but welcoming? Yeah. So why would I turn my back on your family now? It's just, all this stuff seems pretty weird. A board of names with people from town, an archive of my dad's old disturbing patient notes. Luca gestured to the corner. Barrels of explosives. I can explain everything. You just need to untie me. You kids deserve an explanation. I mean, yeah, they do. The thing is that you don't need to be untied to talk, though. This time, they shrugged. Luca began to slowly loosen the bindings. Oh yeah, I guess since we're playing good cop, chill cop. I don't know. He's a short king and he definitely ordered jam. It's just jam, nothing else. There would never be an explosive or a note in my jam. I would never make a jam bomb. I don't know who told you this. Mr. Tolliver gently rubbed his wrists. That's a good lad. This'll all make sense in time. And he's gonna bolt. Yeah. He edged imperceptibly towards the stairs as he spoke. You see, this town has secrets, Luca. A very dark past, indeed. Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the light switch. A past that must be brought to... He punctuated his final words by flicking the light switch and rushing up the stairs. Light? Yeah. There would never be napalm in the jam containers. I don't know who told you this. Son of a... Beck darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rollo confirmed what they had all heard. He just locked us down here. Mr. Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door. I wasn't lying, you know? This is for your own good. You kids just keep tight down there and let the adults handle this. I mean, considering they seem to be planning to explode town square, that actually seems somewhat true. It seems somewhat true that they're, trying to keep us safe. No, there's jam down here, Gammy. No, jam will provide. The jam will provide. They looked bewildered at each other. Play cool, huh? Not now, Beck. They heard the staccato thump of quick steps exiting the house. The kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save their town. Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped. The end. Yeah. Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in a basement. Back to the drawing board. Okay, so... Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. Oh. Yeah, and there's another path here because I can earn another charm. I haven't fulfilled that yet. Okay, yeah, there's only There's only one alternative. Especially Gran's tastefully explosive jam. It's just exploding with flavor, you know? Alright, back we go, back we go. Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds began to rumble. Yeah, so this is, I think, the path we probably should have taken the first time. With so much healthy nutrients! Exactly! The clouds above began to rumble with ominous thunder. Jesus, I'm so sorry. Oh, it's just sticking in the back of my throat. It's so annoying. You sure we can make it home before this storm kicks off? Luca surveyed the rolling clouds. I'd say the odds are good. Maybe you should stay here and I'll make a break for it. At that moment, the heavens opened up, unleashing torrential rain. Oh, wow, yeah. So, in this route, we're probably not going to see Gran in the suspicious suit. The hazmat suit. Care to recalculate those odds? Hurry inside, you two, before you catch cold. Aw, but that means that we don't see Rolo. That means that Beck and Rolo don't get to meet yet. Okay. Luca, Nelly will keep you... Wait. Oh, Luca, Nelly will keep trying to reach your Gran on the phone. Okay. In the meantime, you two hold tight. Okay, thank you, lesbian moms. I love you. Sorry, not much to do up here. We don't get to see the super cool base defenses. Exactly. It's so tragic. He's so creative. Most of my stuff is still in the boxes. Mind if I poke around? Be my guest. Okay. Ooh. I guess I shouldn't be super surprised. Her mom's a scientist. So this makes a little bit of sense. But we love a girl in STEM. Luca squinted into the eye hole of the microscope. This looks wild. What is it? Gum. Gum. Luca adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look. I'm tracking the structural integrity of gum with increasing amounts of chewing. She's so cool. No, I love her. Chewed that one for 47 days. And, oh my god. She is peak weird little girl. I fucking love her. Luca wiped his hands off on his sweater and gave a nervous laugh. It's weird, I know. Beck looked down, timidly tapping the ladder with her feet. You think it's weird, don't you? A little. But weird can be cool. See, exactly! Exactly! Based Luca! Based Luca! Like, being weird isn't bad. Oh my gosh, but she has her own radio! Okay, I'm pretty sure the radio is going to give us... plot. For 47 days? Yeah, no, well, my question is, like, how do you just take it off the... Because you can't chew in your sleep. Where does she put it when she's sleeping? Luca bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flowers. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime. Pungent. Ooh, okay. He flipped open the attached card. Happy trails from Coach Walker and the Fairview Condors. Aww. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a little more sense, but still, yeah. Good for her. I'm so excited for her and her weird hobbies. But hey. Boy, you weren't kidding about poking around, huh? Oh, sorry. Was this from your old school? The most recent one, yeah. Some schools gave me going away cards, some did flowers. When they're really trying to feel good about themselves, they do both. So you've moved a lot. Yeah, that's the thing with having a brilliant parent. There's always a better job somewhere else. Codename Kids Next Door. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, she would kick ass in Kids Next Door. These flowers would last a little longer if you put them in some water. That's the sort of thing I would do if I cared. But you brought them. You brought them and you haven't thrown them out yet. Smells like caring. Exactly! Well, you cared enough to keep them is all. I mean, it seems like all three of these kids would. I mean, you have, like Rolo with his base defenses. They have a secret base. Oh, wow. Rolo and I have a radio just like this at the treehouse. Probably not exactly like this one. My mom and I tore the whole thing down to the bolts. Fitted it with some state-of-the-art vacuum tubes. Seems pretty awesome. She gets carried away sometimes. I think she feels guilty for working too much. So when she does have time for me, she showers me with high-tech overcompensation. Yeah, that tracks. Luca flicked at one of the toggles. I bet you can get all sorts of stations on this. Not out here in the boonies. You wouldn't believe the stuff I could pick up back in the city, but around here it's all farm reports and static. Ah, shucks. Luca, can I ask you something? Of course. Oh. She's the kind of kid who proves how cool she is by jumping off the swings. Dang, didn't that hurt? I'll be honest, that hurt more than I expected. Well, at least you look cool doing it. Beck took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window. Do you ever feel alone? She is aura farming. For what purpose? Like, even when people are around. Oh my god, she's depressed too. She's just like me, for real, for real. Well, Rolo can be pretty absent-minded sometimes. I'm serious. Does it ever feel like your family doesn't care what you want? It didn't used to feel that way. I know Gran loves me, but sometimes when she looks at me, it's like she's looking at a problem. Luca took a deep breath, exhaling slowly. I know the feeling. Aww. Then for the love of the game. No, you're so right, actually. She is doing it for the love of the game. And you know what? She's winning. How do you deal with that? I guess I haven't yet. But one thing my dad told me when I was little, don't hold a grudge, especially against yourself. If you try to hold it all in, you're gonna pop. So then, what do you do when you don't know what to do? Dad never got to that part. Something I figured out on my own, though. You gotta do something. Anything. Here. Oh. We're sneaking out! We're sneaking out! We're being bad! What are you doing? I don't know. Something. We're gonna register our complaints with the storm. Oh, get you a homie that you can scream at the sky with, for real, for real. Listen here, you miserable universe. Stop jerking me around. I just want things to go back to the way they were. Everyone tells me it's gonna be alright, that things are gonna change. Luca let out a feral scream that echoed into the night. Every time something changes, everything gets worse. Screw this town. Oh, I thought he was gonna continue. Screw this town. Oh. Let me try. Moving sucks. I hate it. I hate that I hate it. Why can't I just deal with it and be happy for my mom? Why can't we just stay somewhere? Ah! No, she's so real. They're so real. Get these kids a therapist. Please. A therapist in a town that doesn't seem to want to kill them? That would be great, too. Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper. I just want to be a normal kid. Beck brushed off her shirt and straightened up. There. Yeah, no. You don't scream at the universe with someone and not just, like, become lifelong homies. Wow. I actually feel a little better. As abruptly as it began, the storm abated. Thanks. I needed that. Me too. I should head out before the rain starts back up again. Sure. I'll walk you out. Ooh, maybe we will still get to see... I was gonna say maybe we will still get to see Gran, but... I kinda doubt it. See you and Rollo at the festival? Sounds good. Luca, don't let the universe jerk you around. Beck gave Luca a light thump on the arm before heading in. Oh! Be weird! Be quirky! I love being quirky! I'm ugly and I'm proud! Chapter 5, Friendly Feud. Ah, the girls are fighting. The girls are gonna fight. But like in a silly way. The air was heavy with a hard rain's residue, the smell of wet things. Despite his dreary surroundings, Luca felt at peace. He never shared those details about his dad with anyone, not even Rollo. But it's not like this changed anything. Rollo was still his best friend. Adding Beck to the group would help balance things out. Everything's better in threes. Oh, I am cringe and I am free! This is what Luca told himself as he headed to the treehouse. Okay. Catch up with Rollo at the treehouse. Okay, is there anything I can get here? I don't think so. I think we're past the point in the game where they'll just kind of freely give me charms. I think I really have to look for them now. Assuming they don't come from, like... Oh, hello! Yeah, no, they're not here. They're not here this time. Hey, Dawn. Tracking down a lead? You bet. I heard a juicy new rumor. Turns out when Sharper Valentine died, he left a peculiar last will and testament. Peculiar how? Okay! Eat good! Yeah, no. Go get something to eat. Have fun. Peculiar how? He didn't just give his kids an inheritance. There were conditions. Ooh. I see. And they couldn't call it Family Feud as due to legal reasons. But yeah, no, that's I'll be so for real. If I were an extremely wealthy town leader, I too would leave my children a peculiar last will and testament in which I had them compete for the family fortune. You gotta earn that shit. Like what? The document stipulated that Eris was to take a child as her ward. A kid our age who just showed up in town one night with a lawyer. Solomon. Yeah. Because he's adopted. Or, I guess he could be, like, distant family that moved in. Bingo. So, Eris was forced to take care of him. Yep, or she would have lost everything. Why would Sharper care so much about some random kid? Rumor has it, old Sharper showed some wild oats. Huh? That means something that I don't think I get. That explains the way Eris treats him. Oh! He's promiscuous! Poor Solomon. How'd you find all this out? A good reporter never reveals her source, Luca. Yeah, no, that could probably, like, get her in trouble, considering this is, the Valentine's. The glowing mushrooms. The glowing mushrooms. Okay. No going into the woods for me. Let's see. So I'm trying to remember, what else did we stumble across last time we were going this way? I don't think there was much. Oh, okay. Alright. Shame Gammy isn't here. It's time for the clones. Their favorite part. Excuse me, what are you doing? Just locking up for the night, sir. Oh, wonderful. I can only assume this means all festival preparations have been completed ahead of schedule. Not exactly, sir. The storm set us back a bit, and it's getting late, so we all decided to... You all decided? Yes, sir. I wasn't aware that your job involved deciding things. Oh, last time we caught the toxic old man Yowie. And this time we get to catch the extra toxic side of things. We're all here at the Perennial Harvest because we believe in creating a better future, yes? Yes, sir. Very much, sir. Do you want to be the one to tell this town that we failed them? No. That we gave up because there was a little rainstorm and we all got sleepy? Of course not, sir. Good. Then it's decided. Yes, sir. We'll work till the task is done. See that you do. Our harvest awaits. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Our furry Scientology. My favorite. Ooh, I'm guessing I can't go in here, but I want to see if there's any, like, dialogue. Nope. Nope, we don't get to explore Scientology. Damn. This is so sad. For real, for real. Okay, I really do want to, like, look around. Yeah, okay. Old Pickler's Pond. Oh, I've never looked at that before somehow. I want to see if we have any new bait. I love these little sequences. Oh, yeah, we do. Luca wrapped a twig of thyme around the hook. Some fish have a refined taste. Ooh. Yippee! Alright, what do we got? Come here. Come here. Ooh, old pocket watch. Property of Sharper Valentine. Figures. If he had his way, property of Sharper Valentine would be written on everything in this town. Should we give it back to him? He may not even want it back. That man's got a contentious relationship with time. We'll keep it here in case he ever wants to pick it up. Interesting. Rolo, are you still up there? The little scroll down. I'm sorry. Rolo isn't accepting visitors at the moment. Come back never. Luca had only ever heard him speak in this stiff yet gentle tone a few times, and it always meant one thing. You're upset. Oh, what makes you say that? Because my best friend abandoned me for no reason? I didn't abandon you. I'm just a little late. Rolo scoffed. The rain held me up. Liar! You weren't even home! What? The storm got bad and I got worried, so I went looking for you. Imagine my surprise when I made it to your house and you weren't there. I hadn't made it back yet. I'm not a fool, Luca. It doesn't take all day to deliver some jam. No, The storm rolled in out of nowhere, and I got stuck after dinner at Beck's and... Luca stumbled on the words, knowing he'd said too much. Beck? Dinner? The heck is a Beck? She's a new kid in town. She's actually kind of cool. You'd like her. She needed help convincing her parents that she'd made new friends. New friends? I spent all day waiting for you, and you were off making new friends? Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. It's hard when you're in a small town, and there's no one new ever. It's not like that, Rolo. You know? While I was waiting, I made some upgrades to Mission Control. It was gonna be a surprise, but you took so long the storm knocked it all down. Just like you knocked down our friendship. What does that even mean? Luca became instinctively angry in response. Both boys were now shouting across the distance. It means you're a bad friend. You don't care about me. Of course I care, you ass! I knew I'd get in trouble waiting so late for you, but I kept my word, because that's what friends do. Oh, wow, what a noble sacrifice you made. Easy for you to say. Your gran doesn't even care. Oh, shit. Okay. Alright. Okay. Rolo, this is not a good thing. This is... Rolo. Oh. You can stay out as long as you want, and you wouldn't even get in trouble. Yeah. Seriously? You're acting like I chose this? If that's what you think, then maybe you're the bad friend. Rolo's tone changed to a calm, yet more intense anger. Maybe Pa's right. Storms bring more than water. This one brought out the real Luca. Stop quoting your Pa's nonsense like it means anything! Yeah, well, at least my Pa's still around. Jesus Christ, dude! You can't just say these things. POV, you are 12 years old. Rolo's stomach dropped, knowing he'd crossed a line. But it was too late. Luca, Good night, Rolo. Hey! Hey! Dang it. Okay. Yeah, shots have been fired, and, it's bad. It's bad. Luca dug through his old stuff, not even sure what he was looking for. Rolo's firing cannonballs, yeah! Little soccer ball. I can't interact with— oh! Yes, I can. Rolo, what a jerk. Call me a bad friend. Ooh, I'm Rolo. Look at me and my amazing family. Oh god, the kids are traumatized. Okay, I don't think there's anything else that we're gonna get out with this. Can I kick it in the hallway? No, I'll probably get in trouble. Okay. I guess I'm just never supposed to make new friends. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Luca. Gran cooed gently from the hallway. You slept straight through breakfast. Luca, are you alright? I'm fine. Just don't feel like getting up yet. Okay, I'll leave this oatmeal by the door. I've gotta run out and take care of some things. Okay. I'll be back later to check in. Sure. Luca just wanted to be alone. He waited to hear the sound of the front door closing. Gran's gonna go blow— Sorry, honey. Gran will be back soon. She has to go take care of things. Blows up the town. Sorry, sweetie. Gran has to go commit domestic terrorism. But Rolo's still gonna go to the festival. Oh god. He's gonna be miserable. Yeah, miserable is a word for it. Can I go back to bed? Luca dozed off again. Luca, I see you didn't eat your oatmeal. Wasn't hungry. Well, just in case you get hungry, I'll leave a sandwich here too. Thanks. Rolo came by. What did he say? He wanted to talk to you. What did you say? I told him you weren't feeling well. Good. So, your plan is to just sit in your room all day? Pretty much. Well, I need to pop away again for a minute. If you decide to end your pity party and go outside, I think it'd do you some good. Noted. I kind of just want to be stubborn. Luca still couldn't bring himself to go out. Besides, if he ran into Rolo, he'd have to actually confront the situation. Real? Real. There's never anything interesting at the festival anyway. Huh? What's that? What's that up there? What is that? As a former 12-year-old, I did this, whatever. Yeah. What? I want to see. What is in the Book of Soccer? Ah! I see. The Adventures of Hank Atomic. Aww. Complete first volume. Luca carefully opened the cover and began to read. Rolo had received it for his birthday. A special hardcover edition with behind-the-scenes commentary and bonus art. Rolo cherished it, but asked that Luca keep it at his house. Luca wasn't sure if it was because Rolo didn't trust himself with it, didn't trust his sister around it, or just wanted an excuse to come hang out at Luca's more often. Whatever the reason, Luca didn't mind, but it had stayed right here where Rolo stashed it ever since. Now, at the foot of his bed, Luca lost himself in the pages. He'd read it all before, but at this moment, it somehow felt sentimental. He was well into issue number 5 when he heard soft footsteps in the hallway. Luca, another little friend came to see you. A girl named Beck Modwell? She said you met yesterday. What did she say? Is she here? She was just dropping by. I told her you weren't taking visitors today. Oh. She seems nice. Yeah. You had a fight with Rolo, didn't you? Can I come in? Maybe later? Alright then. I'll leave dinner on the kitchen table, in case you want a bite before bedtime. Without realizing it, Luca had pouted away the entire afternoon. He once again felt the weight of it all and allowed his weary eyes to close. Luca stood in a vast black expanse. He looked up at his father, standing beside him. Walt was working a straw at the bottom of a fountain glass, trying to collect the last bits of a milkshake. Dad, where are we? Taking a final, loud, gurgling sip, his father peered up from the glass. He jangled the straw playfully with a warm smile, then lifted the empty glass as if to point in the darkness. The source. Luca's eyes followed his father's gesture. In an instant, he was sitting in front of a blazing campfire. Across from him sat a large figure in a yellow hazmat suit. The figure's voice was a scratchy echo. Well, if it isn't the man of the hour, make yourself comfortable. Luca held his shivering hands over the flame to warm himself. Doesn't work that way here. Their yellow-gloved hand pointed to the base of the flame. It's a cold flame, see? Luca peered at the base of the fire. It wasn't wood that was burning. It was Beacon Pines itself. Tiny buildings freezing and crumbling as they were consumed by flame. Luca could see small shadows moving in the burning city. People. Luca leapt to his feet. We've got to help them! The figure gave a dismissive wave of their hand. Why waste energy helping people who can't even help themselves? The figure bent down to examine the panicked crowd as they desperately tried to stop the flames. They only care about what's right in front of them. Not like us. Yeah. Gran has to go perform domestic terrorism. Us? The figure slowly stood up, grabbing its helmet with both hands. With a jolt and a twist, the suit emitted a gasp. A cloud of torpid mist escaped, slowly revealing the face within. Luca's own face looked back at him. Older, worn, distant. The sensation was oddly familiar, as if he'd caught his own reflection by surprise in the mirror. The doppelganger smiled. I tried to help once. He gestured towards his face. And all it got me was this. Luca staggered back. You aren't me! Luca felt a hand catch his shoulder. His father was there again, beside him. Every choice sets us on a path. This is the end of one of your paths, son. Luca watched his older self shake its head ruefully, its face twisting into a cruel grin. Well, Dad, if you wanted him to see this, far be it from me to disappoint. Luca watched in shock as the figure took a confident step forward and plunged into the flames. In a dash of cold light, he was gone. What does all of this mean? Luca felt a reassuring squeeze on his shoulder. Just remember, why we choose matters just as much as what we choose. Luca woke up to see a hazy figure at the foot of his bed, silhouetted in the morning sun. Aw? No, dear. It's only Gran. Luca rubbed his eyes. The kind, concerned face of his Gran came into focus. How are you feeling? Fine. Anything you want to talk about? I don't feel like talking. That's just as well. How about you sit here and listen a bit? Whatever you and Rolo fought about doesn't matter. But he... Gran silenced Luca with a gentle pat on the leg. Fights between friends happen. What was said doesn't matter. The important thing is that it's not the last thing you ever say to each other. Oh, Jesus Christ! Gran! But he said stuff about Dad. Well, do you think he meant it? No. He was just mad. I don't know, Granny. Called me fatherless. And did you mean any of the things you said to him? No. Good. One must appreciate friends in their best moments and accept them in their worst. If you can't handle me at my calling you fatherless, you don't deserve me at my upgrading the treehouse. Oh, that is cute. That is a cute little charm. Now, get your little butt out of bed. The festival's today. You don't want to miss that, do you? Oh, it's today? I thought it was the day we slept away. It sounds like a good opportunity to make amends with Rolo, doesn't it? Fuck, maybe Gran is trying to kill me. Luca gave a reluctant nod. So buy him a corn dog and apologize. But he's the one that... What did I just say? Buy him a corn dog. That's a good boy. Everything is better with... You know, she is a little bit based. Got some last-minute festival business to take care of. I mean, maybe, like... Okay, here's my copium, right? Hold on, sorry. There is some very specific phrasing, and it's important that it's not the last thing you two ever say to each other. Like, that gives some, someone's gonna die, and I want you to remember each other fondly. Like, I'll come find you at the fountain a little after lunch. All right. I love you, Luca. I love you too. Okay. Luca took a deep breath. Okay. Man. Through thick and thin. Despite Luca's bitterness, Gran was right. He needed to hash things out with Rolo. A big fight changed the nature of a friendship. Whether, in the end, it is for the better or for the worse, all comes down to the understanding. If one is not careful, the same familiarity that builds the strongest of bonds can become the wrecking ball that shatters them. Man! Ugh. Luca emerged from seclusion, taking in the crisp festival air. But the events of the day weren't on his mind. He had to find Rolo. Okay, let's see. Ah. Nose itches. These allergies, man, they're getting me. Oh god. Oh god! Oh no! Luca, Rolo wanted me to tell you something. What is it? Roxy rolled her eyes, shaking her head. A space adventure, though you needn't buy it. If ye be brave, go somewhere quiet. Roxy, I don't... It's a riddle, Luca. My goofy little brother wants you to find him. Luca looked down and kicked at the dirt. Look, I know you two had a fight. The only thing more annoying than my little brother is my little brother without his best friend. So I'm doing him this one favor. Now I need one favor from you. Whatever it is that went down between you two, squash it. Space adventure, though you needn't buy it. Okay. Somewhere quiet. I mean, I'm guessing they mean the library. To be confined was long and uninspiring, a sort of natural barrier for the impatient. I don't think I've ever stopped to look at that. Hello, Roxy! He called me fatherless! Oh, gosh. Hi, buddy! How's the Beatles? Pretty rotten. I haven't seen so much of it. Oh, okay, no, I'm not even gonna try. And it's not just the Beatles. This morning I couldn't find any critters at all. It's like everything that buzzes or skitters just packed up and left. I'm sure they're out somewhere. Maybe all the commotion of the festival just spooked them. Yeah, maybe that's it. Oh. Oh, Gammy, you, yeah, they can sense the explosion. They can sense that something fucking weird is going on. You missed, conflict between, animal Scientology. We got to see some toxic boss behavior. Welcome to our festival. Don't forget to come back later for Mr. Kerr's speech and the perennial Harvest Festival sign reveal. You missed clones. Yeah, no, they were talking about So on the way back home, it's so Jover. They were talking about, well, we kind of decided since the storm came in that, we were gonna pack up early, and Mr. Kerr was like, you fucking what? You don't want to miss it. Do you say the same thing? Yeah, I'm guessing you do. I can't talk to you. I'm gonna talk to Roxy probably last. Unique New York. Unique New York. Huh? Oh, don't mind me. Just warming up for my big ceremony speech. Mr. Kerr pointed to his grinning mouth. Gotta limber up the old gab box. You nervous? Oh, heavens no. Well, break a leg. Huh? I think it was just another tongue twister, but it was there and gone so fast that it jump scared me. I don't know who Perennial Harvest thinks they're impressing with this ridiculous festival. Also, I didn't realize that Sandtooth Hyena Man would he is a toxic employer. Yeah. Also, I didn't realize that trying to talk to her friend would make me talk to Roxy. Oopsies. Totally. The town's still falling apart. The weather's still cruddy, and this season's harvest looks like it's gonna be worse than last year's. You said it. No amount of corporate pandering is going to change any of that. Exactly. But lemonade at the drink stand over there does look pretty tasty. Fitz. I'm still gonna be mad at them. I just rather be mad while sipping some delicious lemonade, that's all. And you know what? I get it. That's me, for real, for real. I need to not look away. He goes faster than I expect. What is this on the ground? What is that? Every single time. Yep. Ah, I see. Wait for it. Ah. Unexplained sound. Once again noted. If the lemonade ain't pink, I ain't paying for that drink. Yep. Like clockwork. What a bunch of drones. That's, you know, that's probably more accurate than you realize. Ain't moving. Yep, and he's based. And he's based for real, for real. Jeff was staring into the distance with a wistful look. Hey, Jeff, everything alright? Huh? Yeah, everything's fine. I mean, used to be fine. Just ain't right these days, you know? I really do, actually. Jeff turned to Luca with a furrowed brow, then gave an understanding nod. You do, don't you? For a moment, the two now shared that same wistful gaze. Oh. Oh god, they really are everywhere. Holy. A most welcoming of welcomes. Would you like to share your thoughts? We always strive to improve. Nope. This is the first time I've seen this many smiling faces since the fowl harvest. I had my doubts about Perennial Harvest, but I must admit they do put on a nice party. Man. Piper, you're actually taking a break from studying. I wanted to see what all the festival fuss was about. But I can't help but notice you still brought your backpack full of books. Luca, backpacks can carry a lot more than just books. True, true. Everyone in this town needs therapy. I mean, yeah. Yeah. So, what you got in there? Books? Yeah, yeah. For real, for real. I was able to return the Perennial Harvest safety suit you borrowed. I don't think anyone noticed. Good. Now will you tell me what you needed it for? Oh, we're getting involved. Or at least, she's getting involved. It wasn't a favor for my oh, Jesus, I need to... I'm taking a sip. A sip of drink. It was a favor for an enemy of my enemy. This isn't going to harm Mr. Kerr, is it? All you need to know is that it's for the good of the family. Okay! That's not suspicious. That would never be suspicious. The library, somewhere quiet. Yes, it is. I get to go on a scavenger hunt! Here's how to test how mindless these clones are. What's your personal opinion on your flat-toothed hyena boss? Holy! No, I think that would, give you a scripted answer. Something something. Mr. Kerr is a very generous man. Hey, Luca. Kato's eyes lit with excitement. I've been expecting you. Bravo on deciphering the first riddle. Yay! Oh, I'm getting achievements. Let's go. The first... Oh, you didn't think that was all, did you? Rollo does go all out, doesn't he? Then you rage bait them. Yeah, no, that's the best way to test if they're really clones. Can they feel rage? Kato straightened up and cleared his throat as if preparing to sing. On planet Farple, you may take issue with when the fifth king dies, you'll need a tissue. Kato stared at Luca eagerly. Get it? Want me to tell you? No, it's okay. Let me figure it out. All right. When you find it, bring it here to be verified. And if you decide you want a hint, the offer still stands. You may take issue. When the fifth king dies, you'll need... So I'm guessing I need to... Because there's a bunch of books over here. Natural Photography Volume 5. No, I want to grab a different one. I want to... Ow! The Modern Science of Atomic Radiation? No. No. Five Pillars of Success? No. Just because it says 5 doesn't mean it's correct. The issue with self-help, a helpful guide. Okay, so we're not just not going to therapy, we're actively campaigning against it. I see. 500 meals from one big pot. Now! I can't remember where the Hank Atomic books were. I think they're up here. Issue 4. No. Yeah, there we go. Ah! You found it! Kato removed his book from the desk and replaced it with Luca's, turning on the lamp. As he slid the book under the purple light, 2 words glowed. The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 5. Luca clicked his tongue with recognition. Rollo's cipher pen. He used to write secret messages everywhere with that, and only I had the special flashlight needed to reveal it. But I lost it. Well, apparently he traded Jeff for this purple light bulb. Parted with his entire Halloween candy stash. Rollo. Now, let's see here. Oh. Kato began flipping through the pages, stopping when he hit a glowing word. Get away with such a grift. He continued flipping. Only found in. Grift in grub. Cart. Gift? Reaching the end of the book, Kato looked up. That's it. Yeah, no, it is grift. Grift in grub. Cart. Grift in Griffin. Griffin's grub cart! He wants me to go to Griffin's snack stand. Ah! Brilliant! I guess you're off then? Good luck on the rest of the scavenger hunt. Yeah, thanks, Kato. Yippee! I don't think I know where I'm going, though. I don't think I remember where that is. Maybe it's down here? Yeah. Yeah! Okay. Yippee! Hey, Griffin. Did Rollo come? Before Luca could finish his sentence, Griffin handed him a corn dog. Oh, that's it? Bought and paid for. Enjoy! I thought there was supposed to be a riddle or something. Luca shrugged, taking a sizable bite of the corn dog. It's cold! Oh, yeah, that's been sitting here for a while. Rollo wanted me to be sure to give you that one specifically. Well, that's just... Luca tongued his cheeks, feeling something rough between his teeth. He reached in his mouth and pulled out a slip of paper. Oh, come on! What, did you, like, specifically ask them to fry it with the slip of paper? He shook off the bits of the corn dog and read the slip. A pickup when you need some pep near the fountain up the step. Luca finished off the remainder of the corn dog. This is getting to be a whole thing. But is it an eagle? Missed opportunity. Probably intentional, honestly. Near the fountain, up the step. Oh, yeah. Okay. I follow. Hi. There you are, Luca. There's no way I'm actually doing this. It's way below my pay grade. Oh, come on, you big stiff. Let the kids have some fun. Fine. But Rollo owes me one. Lumi waved his hands around sarcastically as he began. What takes flight but has no wings? Your final task a friendship brings. See, that wasn't so hard. What? What? I feel cheapened somehow. I think it's sweet. But has no wings, your final... Okay. Takes flight, has no wings. Oh! Hey. Did you find the comic book? Yeah. And you got the corn dog? Yeah. Well, then. I know it doesn't make up for what I said, but here, you've earned this. Rollo sheepishly handed Luca the balloons. Aww. Okay, we're earning lots of charms this route, so I am glad that I experimented a little bit. Thanks. You didn't have to go to all this trouble. I'm sorry I got so mad. Dang it, you were supposed to let me apologize first. Oh, sorry. Now you apologized twice before me. Just let me do this. Luca, I'm really sorry. With everything that's happened with your mom and all, I always wanted to be there for you, be a good friend, you know? When you said you were hanging out with someone else, I kind of freaked out. Hello. 2 heart-to-hearts in one stream, and we're not even halfway done with the stream. Still my turn. I felt like if you needed some new friend to help you, it meant that I wasn't good enough. But that was selfish and wrong. I was wrong. I'm so sorry, Luca. Okay, apology over. You can talk now. Oh, they're buddies. Luca threw himself at Rollo, hugging him as tightly as he could. You're gonna lose the balloons. Rollo, I don't deserve you. I don't deserve you either. That's why we deserve each other. So, what else do you want to do today? We could snoop around and try and find some info about your mom. Snoop where? We could probably sneak into Perennial Harvest HQ while everyone's at the festival. Yo! We Scientology running today. I know. Absolutely crazy. But you know what? Good for him. Aren't you curious about all the stuff those clipboards write down? What if we get caught? I think I've had enough excitement for 1 week. Let's just make the rest of the day about us. Really? With the boys! Saturdays for the boys. Cut to Scientology speedrun. Yeah, the rest of the world can wait 1 more day. And then the town exploded. You know, I have been wanting to get some work done on the MCDC at Mission Control. The game's a bit unpredictable. That sounds perfect. Aww. And then the town exploded. I love that we still get to have our little balloons, man. They're look at the little bounce. Oh, hey, dude. Did you hear? After Mr. Kerr gives his big speech, they're gonna have the first annual Biggest Catch competition. As long as the boot qualifies as a catch, I'm a shoo-in. She needs to be part of the team. I know. I love that I still have our balloons, though. Oh, I almost forgot. I ran into your gran this morning. She asked me to give you this. Rollo handed Luca an unopened letter. I'll wait for you inside if you want to read it now. A letter? Lucas, some things are going to happen that might be difficult for you to understand. Oh god, Gran's committing a domestic terrorism. If I am honest, I hardly understand them myself. But, whatever happens, I need you to know that I love you. None of this is fair to you. You've already lost so much. We both have. I wish there was a simpler way forward, but if there is, I haven't thought of it. God knows I've tried. Everything I've done, I did for you. I hope someday you can accept that. Love, Gran. I love you too, Gran. Luca folded the paper into his pocket and headed up the ladder. And then the town exploded. What's up with the letter? Anything you want to talk about? Maybe later? Sure, whenever you want. Yay! You know, you really didn't have to go through all that trouble just to apologize. I know, but we've been looking forward to the festival for weeks. I ruined everything with my big mouth. This was the best way to make sure you still had a good time without me. Stop! They're so sweet! Hello. Luca was at a loss for words, but that was fine. Words aren't always necessary. The festival seemed nice. Was it nice? We can still go. Nah, this is fine. Well, there's always next year. Sadly, this was untrue. A distant rumble shook the tree. Sadly, this was untrue. The one really sucky thing about using a VTuber model is that you can't see, like, you can't see the hand motions that I'm making. Yeah. Huh? What was that? Aw, man, we missed the fireworks. It was not fireworks. It was something the boys couldn't possibly comprehend. Something as old and cruel as time itself. Yeah. Oh. Huh? Huh? Okay. A shockwave of cold tore through the room, a bitter, unfathomable chill. Before they could react, it encased them in ice. Two boys, reunited by friendship, only to be cruelly separated by a malevolence beyond reason. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a silent treehouse turned statuary, and a town brought low by its secrets, sits a pair of friends alongside, alone together, for the rest of time. Jesus! Gran killed everyone! So, okay, that does make a little bit of sense. I'm curious as to the mechanics, but we have had it pointed out to us regularly, how, like, what's the word I'm looking for? How cold, how unnaturally cold the town is for this time of year. So, I have been noticing that, I just haven't figured out where it fits. But I think we figured out where it fits. No, that can't be the ending. It simply can't. I won't accept it, and I hope you won't either. There are more endings, more possibilities. I can feel it. We're just going to have to sort through them all until we can find one that fits. Yeah. Oh! So there is no other, I thought, when I was, like, intentionally pouting about all day, that was gonna be, like, its own path, I guess? But I guess it was just, like, scripted to happen that way. But yeah. Classic good cop, hard cop. Yippee! Rolo brandished a steely gaze. I've got this. Read it about 100 times. I forgot about his little hat! Rolo swaggered past the chair which propped up the slumping Hiram Tolliver. Without even looking at his captive, he began with a long, blustery drawl. I love him so much. Hold on, I have to turn off my space heater. It has also been unnaturally cold over here. I really hope no one blows up my town. Well, 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 Mr. Tolliver. Mr. Tolliver remained motionless. Rolo spun around to face him. He clearly expected to rouse Mr. Tolliver with his booming voice. Mr. Tolliver? Beck and Luca gave each other an unsure glance. Rolo slammed his fist on the table. I said, Mr. Tolliver! He grabbed the table lamp and beamed it onto the unconscious face. He knows what he's doing. Little man knows what he's doing. Mr. Tolliver groaned and slowly lifted his head. He recoiled with a muddled, weary squint. What in the world? The chair wobbled as he attempted to straighten up. Who's there? Mr. Tolliver could only make out rough shapes through the glaring light. With a gruff tone, Rolo hoped to both conceal his voice and intimidate. I'll be asking the questions here, punk. Now hold on, let's just calm down. Oh, I am calm. Calm as a carrot in dirt. As for you, looks like you're sweating. The doubtful expression on Beck and Luca's faces transformed into awe. We can do this my way, or... let's just say I've never needed another way. Someone's great. Exactly. Oh god, oh no. Jack Frost is rapidly approaching your location. Rolo, hitting his stride, was now channeling every detective trope his memory could recall. He slammed the table again. Now dance! What? I don't even... Mr. Tolliver's voice became desperate. He was nearly in tears. You've tied me down! How on earth could I dance? Dance with your mouth, punk! Spill the beans! What are you doing poking around this house? I'm here to help Juniper, to make sure everything's ready. Oh, so you're in cahoots with Gran. Gran? Mr. Tolliver was in a daze, now more confused than ever. Gonna help her blow up the festival, eh? Blow up the festival? Good lord! He shook his head, feeling more and more dizzy. No, you've got it all wrong. Where is she now? She's headed to the source. Source? What's the source? It's where... His voice faded to a whisper. The town began. Where it all began. Ooh. What, her heartfelt letter didn't give you that impression the first time? What is Operation Sparkplug? With that, Mr. Tolliver passed out cold. Oh god, we actually killed a man. We gave him a heart attack. Rolo swung around with a repentant grimace. Damn, Rolo. I think you went a little too hard on him. What did he say about the source? It's where the town began. We need more information. Yeah, but we better not push Mr. Tolliver any further. Is there anyone else who might know more? What about the History Museum? It's just got set up for the festival. Nah, that tent was put up by the Valentines. Everything they do is just a bunch of fluff to glorify themselves. Is there anything more reliable? The library? If there's any information about the source thing, Kato can help us find it. And Kato is a penguin. Where do penguins thrive? In cold temperatures. Coincidence? Let's go get some answers. She gave us that letter and we immediately froze to death. Yeah, but she was apologetic about it. This is a dang nice library. Thanks, we worked hard on it. Aren't you a little too adorable to be a librarian? Aw. Oh, Kato hung out here so much, eventually they gave him a set of keys. I just keep an eye on the place for Mrs. Novak sometimes. They got you working for free? It's quiet, and I get access to all the books I can read. What more could a person want? Fair enough. What can I do for you all? We need a favor. I already told you in Rolo, I can't put you any higher on the wait list for the next Hank Atomic. And if you're here with more candy, I'll have you know I can't be bought. Call it a personal code of conscience. Actually, we're looking to do some research. Now you're speaking my language. What are you looking for? That's the thing, we sort of don't know. What do you got on the history of the town? That's the country record archives. What's in those? Births, deaths, newspaper clippings, stuff like that. Pretty boring reading, but they do go all the way back to when the town was founded. Great, we'll start there. Oh boy, it always makes me nervous when we go back out to the book. Haha, 69, nice. 6 feet under, 3 towns over. The kids spent the rest of the afternoon combing through dusty piles of old county records, desperately searching for anything that could help them make sense of Mr. Tolliver's cryptic utterance. That was a lot of words to process at once. Luca tried to shake the thought of Grant's basement, but his focus wavered. Explosives, messages hidden in jam, dossiers on various town figures, and a corkboard threaded with photos. Grant was the only family he had left. He still couldn't bring himself to believe the worst. The old map with a symbol of explosives in the town square made that difficult. As the sun began to set, the kids were no closer to the truth. Oh, damn. If I read any more records, my eyeballs are gonna pop. We have to keep digging. If I dig another word, I'm gonna end up in one of those asinine death records. Rollo Cotter lived a full and wonderful life, till he read so much boring crud that his brain oozed out of his ears. Rollo shut his book with an assertive nod. You got a better idea, spit it out. You sound like my sister. Keep pushing your luck, pal, and it won't be boring country records that kill you. County records. I'll put you in the obituaries myself. I love her. Rollo muttered under his breath. You're a county record. Really? That's the best you got? When I'm done with you, you'll be the footnote in history. Just like Beck slammed her finger down on the open page before glancing down to read. J. Hartford here. I love to see you try. Hey! We're all a little tired here. Let's just take a minute. And something tickled the back of Luca's mind. Wait, what was that name, Beck? In the obit? J. Hartford. From the Brookville Tribune 8 years ago. That can't be right. What is it? J. Hartford. That's my grand's name, Junifer Hartford. Oh, shit! Oh, no! I was wondering why Hartford sounded familiar. I was like, oh, that's definitely a name we've heard somewhere, yeah. Yeah, it sure is. Maybe there were 2 J. Hartfords? Mrs. Hartford is survived by her young daughter, E. Hartford. My mom's name is Eleanor. Okay, this is getting creepy. If your gran is 6 feet under, 3 towns over, then who am I living with? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. It might be, man. They cloned her ass. They cloned her ass. All right, gang, I gotta close up for the night. Beck rubbed her eyes. How late is it? Almost 10? Oh, crap. Pa's gonna kill me. I gotta go. Yeah, my parents will be worried sick. Okay, let's meet up as early as we can at the festival tomorrow. What are you gonna do about the, unconscious man in your basement? I'll think of something. Yeah, I don't know, man. So he was definitely, like, ordered there. They either cloned her or they aged his mom and she's, yeah, something like that. I don't fucking know, man. Oh, God. If he was lucky, Gran, or whoever it was, hadn't gotten back yet. And of course, there was Mr. Tolliver tied up and unconscious in the basement. Dealing with him would be the first order of business. Luca shook out his arms to calm his nerves before entering. Oh, shit. He held perfectly still, tempering his breath, and listened closely. She was asleep. His only hope was that she hadn't found Mr. Tolliver before dozing off. I mean, the secret basement door is open. Not opening, it's already been open. So the likelihood that she hasn't seen it, especially when she called him there, is, low. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no. Mr. Tolliver was nowhere to be seen. Yeah. Maybe he woke up, escaped from his findings, and left without a trace. Or maybe Gran knew everything. What do I do? Luca's hungry stomach groaned. Not realizing it, he'd gone the entire day without eating. Okay, I can figure this out. Just need a little brain food. Don't eat the jam! I was joking! I was joking! I'm afraid your jam delivery will be delayed. He flipped the lid open to read the label. Mr. Nuncreed. Okay, now I can think. So if Gran knows which No, that's plot bad. Yeah, they really did. I don't really know what else they could have done with him. I don't think they expected to be gone all day, but yeesh. So, if Gran knows we tied up Mr. Tulliver, I'm screwed. If she doesn't know, then I need to play it cool. I guess the only option is to go to bed and act as if nothing is wrong. Gran will think Mr. Tulliver finished what he was sent to do and left when he was done. No. No, that will not be the case. That will not be happening. Oh, jeez. Okay. I kind of just want to see if there's anything out here. I doubt it, but I wanted to see. Also, I'm calling it out right now. This is definitely like the book that we're participating in, right? That's definitely our book. Shoved him into jam. Oh god! Oh god! Oh no! Oh no! Oh jeez. Gran? Okay. Stick to the plan. Go to bed and play cool. And nothing will go wrong! Oh no, it all went wrong! As Luca climbed the final stair, the emotion of the day dragged heavily on him. With each consecutive step, his legs were weakened. Yeah, his stride began to falter. He tried to grab for the— yeah, no, the jam fucking poisoned him! Something was wrong. Come on, legs, just a few more steps. Me too. Me too. Luca groaned and tried to move. His limbs might as well have been bolted to the ground. Through numb lips, he mumbled just before falling asleep. Yeah, the jam! Yeah, the jam! Man! Sweet boy. What did you get yourself into? Oh. Ah! Ah! Rest now, and let me handle everything. Oh god. Oh no. Oh jeez. Gran! Yeah! Chapter 9. Okay, so the route hasn't ended yet, so we haven't died. We didn't get, like, exploded. A speech to end all speeches. Luca awoke to find himself face down in bed. He moaned into his pillow. Why would Gran drug him? I mean, there was no guarantee you were going to eat the jam. Why would you eat the jam directly next to the explosives? In what world does that make sense? Hypothetical Gran! The concept of a grandmother. Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncreed? Ooh, also a fair question. Ooh, also a fair question. To be fair, he does bother her a lot. Shaking the questions from his woozy head, Luca snapped back to the matter at hand. Oh, he's just up. The festival. Yippee! I don't know. I keep looking around like there's gonna be something for me to grab or something for me to do. And the basement door is still open. Interesting. So she hasn't bothered to, like, cover it back up. He also killed Luca. Yeah, this is true. He's killed Luca in a few timelines. I feel like the movement got really weird, but I can't tell if that's because my hand's falling asleep or not. Where have you been? Gran put something in the jam. Yeah, we know. Secret messages for secret conspirators. Not this one. The one intended for Mr. Nuncreed put me to sleep. Oh! Sly devil. I think she's trying to remove him from the equation. He might be in danger. Have you found anything? We looked around, but haven't seen anything odd. Your Grand's nowhere to be found, but Mr. Nuncreed is just loafing around waiting for the speech. What speech? Mayor Gus just got up to the podium. Everyone's gathering at the stage. Let's get moving. Oh god. Oh no. Oh jeez. I know. Yeah, no. She's on the cover art, so I'm not surprised. But it is nice to have her like in the group. Augustus Valentine nervously wiped his brow. Is this thing... hello, Beacon Pines. I'm Augustus Valentine, your mayor, and I suppose you already know that. Oh, yes, before we get started, I just wanted to take a moment to recognize someone who couldn't be here today. This town wouldn't be where it is without my father, Sharper Valentine, so I thought we could begin with a round of applause befitting such a great man. And nobody moved! Even that's more than the old codger deserved. Gus cleared his throat and awkwardly loosened his tie. Right, where was I? William Kerr bounded on stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival. Because he runs a cult. Gus Valentine, everyone! He gave Gus a hearty slap on the back and motioned him off the stage. Let's hear it for our mayor. What a great turnout. The silence was loud. Oh, heck, I didn't even prepare anything. But I suppose I could say a few words. Would be a shame to waste such a beautiful podium. Mr. Kerr pulled a thick stack of note cards out from his vest. I didn't even prepare anything. Yeah, okay. Community, conviction, commitment. These are the things we celebrate at Perennial Harvest. For us, these are the pillars of the bridge to a better tomorrow. But I think it's time to add a new pillar. Change. Change is a powerful thing. It's inexorable, unavoidable, and undeniable. And I am daggum thankful for it. Change is the reason we're all together today. Of Ninja Yeah! Yeah, the video of Ninja trying to get a crowd to do the floss with him. Exactly that. Pretty much. It's hard for me to believe that it was only 4 years ago when fate brought me here. A simple business trip which brought me to a small town which would change my life forever. Mr. Kerr took a moment to survey the crowd. You know what? He wiped away a single tear. From the second I set foot in Beacon Pines, something about this place held me captive. You see, change represents opportunity. It represents potential. It was change that helped me recognize the potential of this place. To see that the people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held on to things that made them special. He thumped the podium to emphasize each word. Community, conviction, commitment. I think... I'm not seeing enough clapping. Yeah, no, I think we're being indoctrinated right now. Cool, awesome. Change. Mr. Kerr nodded confidently, biting his lip. The crowd was silent in rapt attention. Oh, we're definitely being, indoctrinated. Fate made a perfect match that day. Nothing is more important to you all than community, and Perennial Harvest is a community first and foremost. He really is the head of Scientology. Mr. Kerr methodically made eye contact with each section of the crowd. The only way you made it through the Foul Harvest was an unshakable conviction. A conviction that a better tomorrow was just over the horizon. Perennial Harvest was founded on the conviction that we are that horizon. This festival is a symbol of our commitment to each other. Jesus Christ. Oh, we're getting like... Oh, we're getting preachered. So, that lemonade, how sweet is it? Would you call it Kool-Aid, even? His voice began to build to a crescendo. Now we walk hand in hand into a future that we will shape together, and that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish. Oh, yeah, and then we die. What was that? The crowd began to look around nervously. Don't worry, a little thunder isn't going to ruin this day. Everyone remain calm. Mr. Kerr quickly flickered through his note cards. Where was I? Through all of my travels, I have learned one true thing. One always reaps what they sow. We have all planted a lot of good in this town, and so it is with a happy heart that I can proclaim, he raised his hands up to the heavens. Our harvest awaits! Yeah. Yeah. At that moment, a merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing over everyone and everything it touched. For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end. On a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time. The end. Yeesh. There's that ice again. Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything. Maybe we should just quit. Maybe you should close the book, walk away, and never think of me again. No, I don't mean that. We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again. Please. Wow. Okay, so we've used... Ooh! There's a third option. Ooh, I kind of want to see if any of the options we've been given... Yeah, we have flight here. Ooh! Okay. Okay. So we have other options there. I'm going to continue down this branch. Yeah. I think... I think we're getting close to an ending. But I'm gonna continue down this branch because I want to know. Shaking them. I want to know. Good cop, sly cop. Interrogation. Luca and Rolo ducked behind a barrel, leaving Beck to her task. Of course she is. They each get a chance to be the cop. I love that for them. Does it taste like jam? Does it taste like jam, Gammy? With a few crisp snaps, she roused Mr. Tolliver. Sorry, excuse me. What's going on here? You're that Mudwell girl. Please, call me Beck. Sorry about all this. Mr. Tolliver looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints. Seems there's been a mix-up. You see, I'm down here for the same reason you are. Oh, she's so good. Juniper sent you here. Beck caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Gran. This was gonna be easy. You know how Juniper is with her precautions. Operation Sparkplug has us all on edge. I guess she thought you needed some backup. But she sent a child. What a better way to avoid prying eyes. Who would suspect a kid? I suppose that makes sense. She's so good at her job, man. Oh, Mr. Tolliver wriggled a bit in his restraints. Oh, I'm so sorry. Beck quickly removed the ropes. That had to be uncomfortable. A little, yeah. But you understand. We never know who to trust in this town. Mr. Tolliver rubbed the growing knot on his forehead. Very true. So, it turns out we're both here to... Beck twirled her hand as if to prompt Mr. Tolliver to finish her thought. Destroy the evidence. Ooh! 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 Beck shook her head and clicked her tongue. Yep, the old gal is nothing if not thorough. Mr. Tolliver let out an amused huff in agreement. She sure is. Can't blame her, though. If anyone were to find out that we're going to destroy the source, well, we both know how bad that might be. No one will know anything once I finish cleaning things up down here. Beck was on a roll now, playing Mr. Tolliver like a fiddle. You sure you can finish this up on your own? Juniper trusted me for a reason. You can leave the rest to me. I know, dude, the writing is so good. The writing is so good. Good. There's one more loose end I'll go work on. Loose end? Oh, it's nothing really. The other day I had the radio on scan while restocking the candy shelf. Wouldn't you know it, I intercepted an odd phrase in a perennial harvest transmission. Underground secrets. That's ominous. I think it might be a password, but Juniper dismissed it. Said it wasn't mission critical. What's the password for? We don't know. So, we have a password and nowhere to put it. It's gotta mean something, right? Good thinking. You should probably go work that out. I've got this under control. That's a relief. Between you and me, this basement gives me the willies. Oh! Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated and turned back with a puzzled look. She grinned and gave him a peppy wave. With a shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune. Holy! Oh! Holy. She's gotten so good at playing her parents that she can just play anyone now. Good for her. Good for her. You guys catch that? Sure did. This whole time Mr. Tolliver's had a candy shelf, but all he ever sells us is apples. Beck blinked slowly in disappointment. The password, Rolo. Well, sure, but once things are back to normal, I'll be having a word with Mr. Tolliver about that candy shelf. Fine. In the meantime, I've got an idea. Man's got his Exactly! He's got priorities. She turned to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper. He said he heard a password on the radio. Any good spy transmission is never what it seems. Oh, yeah, because she has her own, like, interceptor. Ooh. Beck marked each scrap of paper and leaned back. We just need to find the hidden meeting. Okay. What's another word for underground? Buried, covered. Could it be a cover-up? Maybe it's one of those each letter is a number things. So U would be 21. N would be 14. D would be... Ooh. It's an anagram. Nuncreed's drugstore. Holy shit! No, he's right! What? Rolo, that was incredible. Well, it's either that or Kren's new drugstore. Yeah, I think you were right the first time. No, I fucking love Rolo, man. Absolutely no brains. He has one brain cell, and it bounces around his brain like the fucking DVD logo, and every time it hits the corner, something brilliant happens. Well, technically he's a cat, but yeah. How'd you do that? What can I say? I love ciphers. Oh yeah, he did write like a whole puzzle for us. Being like a cipher puzzler makes sense. I don't know what word I was gonna use there. Anyway, well, I guess we know where to go next. Holy! Holy! That, like, I didn't even catch it. Oh. We got security. We have security to deal with. You scared me half to death. Sorry. You kids haven't seen Mr. Tolliver around, have you? Nope. He's got me waiting around like the last slice of pie. I swear, that man would be late to his own funeral. He probably will be. He might be, I don't know. I was gonna try and make a... he might be frozen solid joke, but, I couldn't think of one that would fit. I'll be so honest. How fast he got... No, seriously. I'm... Like, okay, yeah. You're late, Augustus. Sorry, sister. Was caught up with work. Work? You? I had a few more details to lock down for the festival. Oh, what do you have to report? What is this Insipid Town Festival really about? I think... Gus looked around nervously. I think Mr. Kerr really does just wants to do something good for the town. Ah, my toxic old man Yowie. He's actually a pretty nice guy. You should spend some more time with him. I didn't pull strings installing you as mayor so that you could make friends. Your job is to help me figure out what Kerr and Perennial Harvest's true intentions are with this town. We have a responsibility. This is our father's town. Was. Excuse me? This was our father's town. He's gone, Eris, and he isn't coming back. Father left us with nothing but problems. Mr. Kerr came here and offered to help us. We accepted that help. We didn't agree to them turning Father's warehouse into a toxic dumping ground. That's just a temporary arrangement. That glow can be seen from our damned backyard. They're dumping their nasty little secrets on us. When all this inevitably goes wrong, who do you think will be blamed? Eris's cry hung in the air. We have a choice to make now, sister. This town is going to change whether we like it or not. Are we going to choose to be a part of that future, or be forgotten in the past? It's a shame. Father named you Augustus, but you will always just be a Gus. Good night, Eris. We'll see what breakfast tomorrow. Whew! But the lies are oh so very sweet. Look, the old man Yowie is insane. Sometimes you find one guy who's like willing to say one nice thing to you and it's hook, line, sinker, man. Cult leaders are naturally charismatic. It's part of their job description. It's getting late, children. Okay, it sure fucking is. Good night. That's not where your house is. Wait. Oh shit. Running errands? The light in the phone booth's on. That makes me nervous. The phone booth is bad news. Solomon stood proudly at the entrance to the drugstore, holding a brown bag overflowing with black licorice. Hey, Solomon. We're looking for Mr. Nuncreed. Is he still in there? Join Scientology so fast. Yeah. Look, man, sometimes a pretty guy with a nice smile, depending on your definition of nice, is enough to sell you on a cult. I'm afraid not. Where'd you get the candy from? You might say we have an arrangement. Solomon shoveled a surprising amount of licorice into his mouth. Sometimes it's the small pleasures in life. Though we might not always have family to rely on, licorice has never let me down, and he's so real for that. Well, I can't say licorice would be my first choice, but whatever floats your boat. You can tell a lot about a person by their choice of confection. Oh, yeah, I guess. I like sour gobs. I'm certain you do. What the hell does that mean? What the hell? I mean, what if they promise you a chance to nap forever? Perhaps in an icy winter. Oh, man. I always wondered why Mr. Nuncreed kept licorice in stock. You must eat enough of it to make it worthwhile. There are many ways to earn loyalty. For some, it's as easy as cold hard cash. You know, and he's kind of based. I kind of like Sullivan. Free air conditioning. True. Free air conditioned naps? Damn. Well, he's right. It's locked. There's gotta be more clues. Okay, let's see. Yippee! Hello? Okay, I guess that's not... What? Huh? Okay. Okay, well that did nothing? Question mark? Have you ever seen anyone actually use this thing? Besides Mr. Nuncreed? No. Beck cupped her hands on the glass to peek inside. That is not a normal phone booth. It's got like a blanky keypad. Why would there be a blanky keypad? Pick that freaking lock. Kren's new drugstore. I mean, Underground Secrets. I love him so much. The password. Beck flung open the door and they all squeezed in. Ooh. All right, let's see here. Luca cracked his knuckles and entered the letters into the keypad. Underground Secrets. Sounds like that did something. Great. Now what? Yeah, no, it feels like they literally made their phone booth password, password. But yeah, no, the original transmission we assumed was a password to something. Tolliver had the suspicion that it went to something, but we didn't know what. And so we're figuring out what that password is. But yeah, no. The password is password. I mean, seriously, who the fuck names their password Underground Secrets? You may as well just make your password secret. The inside of the phone booth dropped loose from its shell. Without even the space to panic, they closed their eyes, held their breath, and accepted their fate. Suddenly, the chaotic descent slowed to an effortless landing. It was unclear where they ended up, but at least it was solid ground. Yeah, we ended up here before. Maybe Tolliver's down here. I don't know. He seems not to know about this part. But maybe they fucking kidnapped him. Oh my god. My fucking allergies, man. They're gonna kill me. The air was stagnant and smelled vaguely of chlorine. I knew it! You knew that there was a secret hub full of strange tubes under the phone booth? Of course I did! Didn't I say? No. I definitely thought it. Luca, do you remember when I said how cool it would be if transdimensional conduits from Hank Atomic and issue number 12 were real? Rolo, at one point or another, you've said that about every technology ever discussed in Hank Atomic. That's why I'm such a good predictor! It looks like each of these has something written on them. So yeah, I want to see this, because this is the suit that we smashed. Yeah, this suit has a broken mask. So, have we found our mystery warehouse creeper? We've at least found their hazmat suit. If it walks like a Nuncreed and talks like a Nuncreed. Let's not jump to conclusions. Just saying. No, it might... Some conclusions are fair to jump to, I fear. Mining Operations Alpha. Right, because this is an old mining town. Before Valentine, this was a mining town. You guys have mines here? Not that I know of. This town is all farms and fertilizer. And a series of tubes. Pa always says you can only trust a miner up to the point when they hit gold. Not sure how that wisdom applies in this exact situation. That's the thing about Pa. You don't always realize what he means until it's too late. You know? No, he has a good point. Perennial Harvest main office. Oh shit, they're speedrunning! The children yearn for the mines. That's where my mom works. What does she do? Science stuff? Is she involved in all this? We just moved here. How could she be involved? True. Valentine Fertilizer Warehouse. Isn't that where you almost got snatched? Yeah. Speed running with the boys! This time we really have the whole squad, too. Why would Perennial Harvest have a tube going to the old Valentine place? This is starting to feel like something big. Rolo, there are tubes under the town. There is a phone booth with a secret elevator in it. That's a lot of buttons. Because why not? I mean, we do have a new ending with Iggy on the roof. Stand aside, Earthlings. I've read enough Hank Atomic to know my way around sci-fi tech. Rolo's hands hovered over the field of blinking buttons. Meeny, meeny, miny. Oh. Oh, shit. Rolo, what did you do? Nothing. I didn't even mow it yet. Oh, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. He didn't press the button. That wasn't him. What was that? Hide. Where? There's nothing but weird tubes down here. Just get back, hide in one of the weird tubes. If one of them... Shit. If one of them's, you know, shit. Shit. Awesome! No, he's based. He's based. You all need to come with me now. We aren't going anywhere with you. Not until we get some answers. Mr. Underground Secrets. I told them it was an absurd password. But they love anything that makes them feel clever. They named their password! How is that clear? They who? That's no matter. If I can keep you hidden until after the festival, I might be able to save your skins. We don't care about our skins. You should probably care about your skins. Hold on now. I like my skin. This all stops now, Nuncreed. Joseph waited for a moment in silence. You sound just like him. Who? Walt. You don't get to talk about my dad. You know, your father and I were friends back before. He gestured towards the strange tubes. All of this. That's a lie! It's true. I used to bounce you on my knee. What happened? Same thing that always happens. Reality, complications, life. We were a team, Walt and I. An idealistic doctor and a bright-eyed pharmacist, both hell-bent on helping folks. So, you were his sidekick? No. We were partners. He helped the patients, and I helped him. Yep, total sidekick. Nuncreed let out a growl of a sigh. Luke, I need you to know this. I need someone to know this. One day, Sharper Valentine comes to us, says he's got an opportunity. He found something he didn't quite understand, and he was willing to pay us both handsomely to help him understand it. And my dad said no. Your father and I both believed in helping people. But the thing I could never get him to understand was it's a lot easier to help others if you help yourself now and then. Classic sidekick to villain plotline. No, he's right. Walt loved being righteous almost more than he loved his family. He was wrong about one thing, though. When he begged me not to take Valentine's offer, he said, Joseph, if a person says yes one time to Sharper Valentine, he'll make sure they keep on saying yes to him until he's dead and gone. He shook his head wistfully. Sharper's long gone, but he's still got me saying yes. Well, damn, okay. Is there a point to this sob story? Not really, no. Just an old man trying to delay what needs doing. Nuncreed took a menacing step towards the children. I tried to keep you safe. I tried to keep you and Juniper out of this. But you forced my hand. Luca began to laugh. What? You really don't know? My gran isn't out of this. She's been scheming right under your nose. Juniper? Seems like she's planning on crashing the town's party. She's going to disrupt the festival. Why would she? The color drained from Nuncreed's face. He's a dog. He has too much fur to see in his face. How does she know? Apparently, she knows a lot of things. What? Let's just say this isn't the only underground lair we've busted into today. And honestly, hers is way cooler. She's got maps and explosives and bad intentions, big man. Nuncreed grabbed Luca by the shoulders. His eyes were frantic. You need to tell me what she's going to do right now. She doesn't understand what it is she's messing with. Tell me now. She's in danger, boy. I don't know. She had a map with a mark on the fountain in the town square. The fountain? But why would... A jolt of realization struck Mr. Nuncreed. She knows about the source. What the heck is the source? If she tries to destroy the source, she could catalyze and... Dear God, she's going to freeze us all. Oh, goodbye. My final message. You all need to run. Run where? Away. As far away from this town as you can get. Head west and don't look back. You can't just do that, man. You can't just fucking reverse cannonball. That did not go how I expected. So, we're totally following him, right? Totally. See you on the other side. I can't move yet. You good? Yep. I love this town. She's having a good time. I'm so glad. Oh my god, I'm losing my voice. The cold, hard truth. Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark. Dimness eclipsed around her like a shutter of a camera as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments. Her only points of reference were glints of upcoming turns, which approached with frightening speed, only to roam her gracefully along. She heard the tinny, distant echoes of Rollo's glee. Once she stopped fighting against it, the ride was impossibly smooth. Then, all of a sudden, as if minutes had passed in an instant, light blazed into view. A burst of wintry air snuffed across her face, and she was flung out into the cold. Ooh. We up on the mountain. We up on the mountaintop. I think. Maybe? I can't imagine where else would be this cold, but also this town has weird shit happening in it, so you know. That was intense. Yeah. Parted with some fluids in there. Rolo, we were all behind you. Come on, man. Any idea where we are? Somewhere cold. Doesn't look like it got on any of us. Didn't feel like we traveled that far. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why would anyone even want to blow something up out here? Only one way to find out, I suppose. We've got to catch up to Nuncreed. I think he went this way. Like, I'm... What? Oh, what? This is... Wait. This is the town. That's the welcome sign. This is where Dad's tree is. This is where, Luca's house should be. Why is it... This looks familiar, yeah. Maybe we can clear off the snow. No time. Nuncreed's getting away. Yeah. Yeah, what the fuck? Okay, this is starting to feel really familiar. I may not be well versed on all things Beacon Pines, but this does look like some sort of frozen replica of the town. Ah, I got it. It's so obvious now. Mr. Nuncreed is an alien. Rolo, stick with me here. His species can only live in sub-zero temperatures. Oh boy, here we go. The source is their base camp dimensions, so they naturally keep it cold. We found it by traveling through one of those metallic wormholes back there. The final objective, kill us all and shapeshift into a Beacon Pine citizen of their choosing. Never really had me, but you very much lost me. You get used to it. We should keep moving. Okay, so the thing is, I don't think he's right. I think there's something to it. Not that he's an alien. I don't think he's an alien. I don't even really know where I was agreeing. Hang on. I don't know what I was talking about, man. I was on something and then I got lost. As they rounded the corner to the frozen town square, they spotted Mr. Nuncreed inching cautiously towards a pit at its center. He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild. Upon closing the distance, Luca recognized what Nuncreed was after. Gran stood confidently at the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss. Nearby, a wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She lit a torch, which flickered in the bitter wind. Oh boy. Juniper, I don't know what it is you think you're doing, but I assure you this is not going to solve anything. If you drop that, you've doomed this whole town. Oh, it wasn't me who doomed this town. I've been watching you, Joseph. Yeah, that is his name. I know what you've done. You and your co-conspirators. Gran? What's happening? Luca, you and your friends need to leave right this moment. Mr. Nuncreed turned back towards the kids, desperation in his eyes. Listen to your grandma, Luca. This is between me and Juniper. Rolo and Beck held steadfast in awe. Luca approached closer. Mr. Nuncreed spun back towards Gran, his voice growing louder. You've got it all wrong, Juniper. Just hand over that torch. You don't understand what you're doing. How could I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Walt told me everything. He trusted you, and you betrayed that trust. Luca, did you know that this man's entire life is a lie? If it weren't for him, your father might still be alive. Okay, I was supposed to leave? You can't go weaponizing this against me now? Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish. His voice hardened. That's not true. They both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself, making their peace with its long-held burdens. The wind howled with encouragement. Walt was like a brother to me. We just had different ideas about how to effect change. Very convenient that your way just happened to line your pockets. Now that's not fair. They menaced at each other, both catching their breath. The moment balanced on a knife's edge. Oh, okay. We back in the book? I always get nervous when we back in the book. Amid a blur of emotions and memories, Luca's mind flooded with questions. The wind calmed as if to give him the stage, and in the stillness, he began to weep. Oh! Ah! It was all just too much. Falling to his knees, Luca whimpered softly. The tears crystallized as they hit the snow. A reminder, he's 12 years old. Grant stared at Luca for a moment with warm sympathy, remembering why this was all necessary. This will all make sense soon, Luca. Then everything can go back to normal. Okay, so she really doesn't know that she's gonna freeze everyone. She really thinks that whatever she's doing will allow things to go back to normal. She stiffened up and brandished the torch at Mr. Nuncreed. You can't hide behind those people any longer, Joseph. Once their precious source is destroyed, you'll see where their loyalties fall. Juniper, don't. Ignoring his final plea, Grant flung the torch deep into the darkness. She smiled and exhaled in relief. Mr. Nuncreed moaned in resignation. The torch echoed as it ricocheted down the hole, punctuated with a thunderous thud. You see, Joseph, I've learned one very important lesson in life. If you want things to change, then you must be willing to. Before Grant could finish, the ground shook her to silence. Yeah, okay. So, she really doesn't know that this is going to happen. Grant only had time to spin around and run to Luca. Her attempt to shield him, an honorable but trifling act. Unflinching love pitted against an unthinking horror. There was no contest. Her warm embrace froze in an instant. This is where they remain, fixed in place forever. And so our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a town brought low by its secrets sits the frozen statues of a misguided band of meddlers. The end. Woo! Well, that was dire. On the bright side, we finally figured out where all the ice is coming from. Now, we just need to find a way to deal with a mystic, unfathomable force of nature. Yippee! Okay, so now... Ooh, now we get to go back to, to Iggy. I think we're gonna do one more chapter. My voice is giving out, and, we've been going for a while. But I want to get started on this next path. My goal is to kind of finish this game tomorrow. I don't think that's gonna happen. God forbid. Yeah, I really don't mind. I really don't mind not finishing tomorrow. But I do want to make it a little bit further. The only option they had left, flight. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We're getting the fuck out of here. Hey, speaking of Iggy... Luca drew himself and decided to take the only option they had left, flight. He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches. Oh, shit. Oh! It's a zip line! I see. It's a zip line with a plunger on the end. I couldn't figure out what was on the end last time. That's funny. He looked up with a surprise as it struck true and taut. Ow, I can't believe that worked. Hey, Mr. Kerr, we'd love to hear your thoughts, but I'm afraid we have places to be. Come on, Iggy. See ya, jerks. Whee! Fine. We know where that leads them. This way we'll take the tunnels. Luca and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give up passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached a clearing. What the... That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a steep decline with a wheezing thud on a surface hard as ice. In fact, it was ice. Oh shit, we've already found the source. Signs. Okay, well, we'll finish this chapter. I didn't realize it was gonna end immediately. They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like a sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his feet, and they gazed across the snowy terrain. That was actually pretty badass. Uh-huh. I think we lost him. Are we up in the mountains? I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill. What's up with the Winter Wonderland? All I know is there's no going back the way we came. Let's see if we can get our bearings. Follow me. Okay, so, I want to see what this is, described as. A disc of smooth metal was lightly... Oh my gosh. A disc of smooth metal was lightly covered in snow. 2 faint seams were visible along the surface. A manhole cover? If it is, I've never seen one like it. Okay. Oh. Hello. What's the readout? Sitting just above 258 Kelvin. That's a bit down from last time. Should we report this to Mr. Kerr? Still within safe ranges. It may be spreading, but it's under control for now. Even a small nudge in the equilibrium could cause a cascade. Dude, relax. Just a few more sites to hit before we can punch out. Let's just get this over with. Oh, jeez. Okay, so has this always been here? Because I kind of assumed, like... I think it's a town sign. I can almost make out the letters under there. What town could this even be? This couldn't be another town. There couldn't be another town this deep into Weepwood. I'm looking at evidence to the contrary. Let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Step 1, snow's gotta go. I'll see what I can do. Ooh, okay, we actually get to figure it out this time. Because I was literally just wondering if this was, like, parallel dimension. Okay, yeah, it is. If there was another town. The boys stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines." Doesn't make any sense. We're in Beacon Pines? How's that possible? We went away from town. How did we get back here? I guess we got turned around. Where did all this snow come from? Oh, it's been colder than normal lately. There's a pretty big difference between sweater weather and this Arctic hellscape. The puddle we fought at before, it was cold there too. Maybe all of it leads to one source. You think it's related? What the hell's going on? We're gonna get you some answers. Let's keep moving. Ooh. Oh shit! We have the walkie-talkie from Rollo. I forgot about that. I totally forgot. Luca! Luca, are you there? Luca had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying. It's that bozo Kerr. Oh, it's not... It's not Rollo. Oh, shit. I hope nothing bad has happened to you out in those woods. Luca looked at Iggy with hesitation. No need to be rude. With a resigned sigh, Luca responded. Seems like the only dangerous thing in the woods is you. He speaks, the young man of the hour. Now, how in tarnation did you end up with one of our radios? Just lucky, I guess. Boy, howdy, you Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't you? You knew my parents? I never had the honor of meeting your father, but your mom was sure a handful. Ooh! Ooh! Luca winced, shoving his walkie-talkie back into his pocket. We gotta keep moving. It's all frozen. Looking down at the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice. Whatever happened here? It happened fast. The fish didn't even have time to run. Or, you know, swim run. Evie's almost coming. Oh, if you need to sleep, that's okay. You can totally take a break. Honestly, we're almost gonna wrap up as soon as this chapter is over, so don't even worry about it. The VOD will be up, and I'll be posting it to my YouTube anyway. So no worries at all if you need to go take a nap. Let's see. The crunching of footsteps trailing Luca. Wait, what? Tend to get super. Dude, same. Oh, same. Food. Food good? Food makes me so sleepy. The crunching of footsteps trailing Luca went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion. Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for all of this. We have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic Hank Atomic stories. We aren't going to save the day. We aren't even going to save ourselves. My face is mangled, the town is destroyed, and everyone we've ever known is gone. We don't know that. You can't just quit. Do whatever you want. I'm done. Iggy, it's gonna be okay. Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry. Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion and more than a little guilt. It is getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around in the dark anyway. Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy. Let's just rest for a little bit. The boys huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb. And then they froze to death. That's what happened, right? That's what I'm gonna be told. The way the snow covered everything over, it's kind of calming. Yeah. I haven't had time to say it, but thanks. Huh? For getting us away from those creeps. I sort of froze up. Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. This all happened because I lost my temper. Nah, that's bull hockey. First of all, you didn't know what the gunk would do. You didn't, right? Of course not. And second, stop with this baloney about losing your temper. But I did lose my temper. Iggy motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face. Obviously. That's exactly what you should have done. Huh? I was being a horse's ass. You were supposed to be a horse's ass in response. That's how it works. Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you? Of course. Gee, you goody-goody types always take forever to understand this very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things to get into fights? Iggy shrugged. It's something to do. You're an asshole because you're bored? Sometimes I just feel empty. Dude, this entire town needs therapy. Like, bad. It's not a want, it's a need. You wouldn't understand. You and Rollo are always having a blast together, laughing and calling that dinky little treehouse mission control. Iggy now wept openly. Perfect little Luca Van Horn. His perfect little life. My life is not perfect. Everybody in town likes you. Not everybody. Hell, that new girl hasn't even unpacked yet, and she already likes you. You have Tish. He wiped his nose with a sleeve. I love Tish. Tish is great. But she ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know? Luca gave a warm chuckle. I get that impression. Iggy cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes. Must be raining out here. Definitely. Iggy arched into a wide yawn. We should probably try to get some sleep. Yeah. Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow you'll get to the bottom of all this. Luca's eyelids began to slowly drift shut. Luca? Yeah? I always did want to see the inside of your dinky little treehouse. What do you think? Not bad. I'll give you the full tour when we get back. You know what? That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more. When it comes to the worst days of my life, this one wasn't half bad. Jesus! Jesus! Kid needs therapy bad. All of them do. The house smelled of warm bread. Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. This is how you remember them, huh? Luca turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. Aw, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us, as our child's memory is all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you? Luca snatched the block back from the figure's yellow-gloved hands. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive? The day he chose to abandon us? Luca turned back to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. Now, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we did next? Luca gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt, we can't afford to get more involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them. Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son? Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere? Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears. Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luca hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun. Well, damn. Well, damn. Oh, shit, my model broke. There we go. Just lost sight for a second. I got too comfortable. I think it's also because it's starting to get dark outside. Oh, normally the sun's out so late that doesn't happen so much. A figure approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall. It stood above them, lingering in contemplation. Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped 2 brisk raps on his head. From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively. Get your hands off me! Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists slower. Just what do you think you're doing? Luca looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor. You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion. What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. We were asleep, minding our own business. You're the one running around knocking on people's heads. Sorry if I hurt you, Iggy. You didn't hurt nobody. Anybody. Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me, you... When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult. Big-hatted, scarpy-necked furball. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit here. Interesting choice of words. I mean, let's all just calm down. Who are you? A friend. An observer. A hitchhiker on the infinite expanse of possibility. Great! How about a name? If you must call me something, you can call me Nat. Iggy huffed with gratification. How about you make like a gnat and buzz off? Very well. Nat began to turn away indifferently. Wait! Do you live here? You might say that. So do you know where we are? You might also say that. Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here. You gonna help us or not? Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. Alright, that does it. Luca, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here one way or another. Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off. Don't do that. Don't walk into the freezing cold on your own, dude. Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up. Realizing he'd worn their patience thin, Nat relented. Very well, I suppose this isn't the time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back home. Luca and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes. Come here. Nat took a deep breath in. Close your eyes. Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers. Okay, open them. For a brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold, until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place, cold and disheartened. This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel gate in Weepwood, or we teleported to some alternate universe, or this is all just some cruel experiment by Kerr and his goons. But this is not our home. You're inching closer to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful. Just give it to us straight. So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines, the original true Beacon Pines. But not the Beacon Pines that we know. This is a Beacon Pines before. No? Okay. You both grew up here, but the town you've called your home for the past several years is a replica. A remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair, but a replica nonetheless. Okay. Okay. I don't really follow, but I follow. That's impossible. It's too much work. You need a whole town to replicate a whole town. Indeed, to pull off such a feat would require immense labor and power. That which could be moved would be moved. That which could not would require a precise duplicate. We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed. Also, like, physically you would have to move locations. You'd think so, unless the auditing was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention to detail. As for the innumerable trivialities which complete the tapestry, well, you can leave that to this miraculous thing we call a brain. It has a real aversion to discontinuity, a revulsion even. The brain has a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane. Luca and Iggy looked around uncomfortably. So you're saying that someone made an entire new town and moved us, and no one noticed? Precisely. But why? Why is the one question that can never be answered with certainty. The best one can do to uncover. I think I misread that, but it's fine. It's gone now. Nat narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered, "The source." Why'd you say the source like that? Why, indeed. Luca began to laugh uncomfortably. Oh, ridiculous. There's no way they could... He looked down at his feet. His eyes darted back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him. If this really is home... He sprinted off into the pale distance. Iggy turned to follow. Nat called out. Iggy, it's not too late to turn back. Simply head west through Weepwood. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, I really do have to call it there. I'm getting hungry. Yeah, I'm getting hungry and it's tanking my focus. So I'm going to scooch y'all back over. There we go. Oh, man. Oh, man. What a fucking game, eh? So yeah, we'll continue with this tomorrow. And hopefully I'll be able to make it through. I'm gonna try and push maybe for like an extra hour if I'm I don't know. I'm really out of it. I'll maybe try and push for an extra hour if we don't make it quite as far as I want. But yeah, that's Beacon Pines. At least where we're at in Beacon Pines. So I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna have some dinner. I'm gonna, you know, chill out. But yeah, thank you for stopping by if you were able, even if you were just lurking. I had a really great time. I hope you did too. And until next time, grab a cup of something warm and stay cozy. Bye-bye!